Good morning, and welcome to Washington Herald. Thank you so much. I guess I should call you President Shapeburger is more appropriate, but thank you so much for the kind introduction, and also thank you for your leadership over the years. And as you said, we have had a great relationship, and we're going to continue that relationship as we move forward. I wanted to be with you all this morning just to say thank you for a couple of reasons. As President Shapeburger said, I did grow up in rural Virginia on the Eastern Shore. A lot of my friends, when I was growing up, were actually in the fire department as volunteers. I was unable to. I was out on a farm, and you had to be within hearing distance of the sirens. But I have always had tremendous respect for firefighters, and as I remind people all the time, it is you that are going in when most of us are trying to get out. And so I thank you for your courageous efforts as you keep our streets and our communities safe across not only the Commonwealth of Virginia, but this great country of ours. And I also want to bring my thanks to all of you that have supported our efforts. It's been 10 plus years now, President, that we have worked together, and we have worked on some great legislation, as the President said. But what was really inspiring to me is that the gold and black were out in force in 2017, knocking on doors, making phone calls. Robbie Bragg, who I know you all know well in the Commonwealth of Virginia, was leading this effort. And I couldn't do it without you all, and I have never forgotten my roots. I have never forgotten where I came from, and I will be with you as we move forward. We live in a time when union members overall are declining, and I think it's fair to say that labor doesn't always get the respect that it used to. But I can tell you that organized labor played a pivotal role in our election results in 2017. Here in Virginia, more than 95% of our professional firefighters are members of the International Association of Firefighters. That's an impressive number, and it speaks to how your members recognize the value of the union. So even without collective bargaining in Virginia, the Firefighters Union appears to be doing very well in its representation of its members, and for that I thank you for your leadership, President Shapeburger. As you know, even with a strong union, we won't always win on all of our issues. For example, cancer presumption legislation for firefighters failed in the General Assembly this year. But I will continue to be supportive of that. We recognize that firefighters, because of the nature of their job, are exposed to hazardous and toxic chemicals, and I know firefighters are dying from occupational cancers at a higher rate than the general population. We need the law to be on your side, to presume that when firefighters are diagnosed with occupational cancers, that there's a presumption that it's related to their work. You keep us safe, and we need to do what we can to keep you safe. You also need fair wages, adequate staffing, good training, and equipment. We share many of the same priorities for how to make sure our workers in Virginia are paid fairly and have safe places to work. I have and I always will support raising the minimum wage. As we all know, the minimum wage is exactly what it sounds like, the bare minimum. And I don't know about you, but I don't think there's anybody out there that can support themselves, let alone their families, on $7.25 an hour, and that's what it is in the Commonwealth of Virginia. It is a shame that people can work full-time, often in difficult or physically demanding jobs, and still live in poverty. I want to also make a comment. As a physician, I'm in the hospital. I see what you all deal with every day. I see what you bring in to our hospitals, things, sights that nobody should have to see. And there are times when all of us could use some mental health counseling. And I want to make sure that all of our firefighters across this country, and particularly in the Commonwealth of Virginia, have access to that. So we also know that working families need access to health care. Expanding Medicaid, which is one of my top priorities this session, could allow us to provide health coverage for up to 400,000 more working Virginians. People everywhere have basic wants. They want a good, fulfilling job that lets them take care of their families. They want economic security. They want to know that if they get sick, they won't be bankrupted by the cost of health care. I want the working men and women of Virginia to be safe, paid fairly, and treated well. I want Virginians to be healthy and to have economic security. So I appreciate all the work that the firefighters and paramedics do to keep us safe, and I look forward to working together with you in the upcoming years. Thank you all so much for what you do, and God bless all of you. Thank you.